Let me tell you something that most men completely miss. When someone wants you physically, they don't announce it with words. They announce it the moment they see you, before the conversation even starts. Their body betrays them in the greeting itself. And if you've ever walked away from an interaction wondering whether there was something more behind the way she said hello, you weren't imagining it. You were catching the edge of something she didn't fully control. I've been on that side of the greeting more times than I'll admit. That moment where everything in me shifts before I've even decided what to say. Once you learn to read these physical signals, you'll never miss what's really happening in those first few seconds again. 1. Their breathing changes before they finish saying hello. You walk into the room and she spots you. She starts to say hi, but something happens mid-word. There's a catch. A slight inhale that wasn't planned. Maybe her breath deepens without her permission. Or there's a tiny pause between syllables that shouldn't be there. Most guys hear the words and miss the breath entirely. But here's what's actually happening beneath the surface. When the body experiences a sudden spike in attraction, the nervous system responds before the conscious mind catches up. Respiration shifts. The inhale gets deeper because the body is preparing itself, not for conversation, but for proximity, for possibility. She's not choosing to breathe differently. Her body is reacting to the fact that someone it wants just entered her space. If you notice her breath catching or deepening as she greets you, don't dismiss it as nerves. Nerves make breathing shallow and tight. Desire makes it deep and slow. The difference is everything, and most men never learn to hear it. 2. They greet you while already adjusting something on their body. Pay attention to what her hands are doing the moment she sees you, not after the greeting, during it. Because if she's fixing her hair, smoothing her shirt, adjusting a strap, or tugging at her waistband while saying hello, that's not coincidence. That's preparation. Here's what most guys don't understand. These adjustments aren't about looking better in general. They're about looking better for you, specifically in this moment. The body launches into a rapid self-assessment the instant it registers someone it's attracted to. Am I presentable? Is anything out of place? This happens unconsciously, automatically, and almost always before she's fully aware she's doing it. You'll catch her mid-fidget, hands moving to smooth or straighten or tuck, while her mouth is still forming the word hello. That overlap is the tell. She's not just greeting you, she's preparing to be seen by you. And when a woman's body shifts into preparation mode before a single full sentence has passed, the intention isn't friendship. 3. The hug lasts exactly 1 second longer than it should. You move in for the standard greeting hug, the kind that happens automatically between people who know each other, except something's different. She doesn't pull away at the normal moment. There's an extra beat, maybe 2. Her body stays pressed into yours just a fraction longer than the script calls for. Most men feel this and immediately second-guess it. Was that real? Did I imagine it? You didn't imagine it. Here's the psychology. The socially appropriate hug has a built-in timer. Everyone knows instinctively when it's supposed to end. When someone lets that timer run over, when they hold on past the expected release point, it's because their body is fighting the separation. She wants to stay in contact. She's not ready to lose the pressure of your chest against hers, the warmth of the connection. Letting go on time would feel like a loss, so she delays it. 1 second doesn't sound like much, but in the grammar of physical contact, 1 extra second is a complete sentence. It says, I wanted more of that and I didn't want it to stop. The question is whether you noticed her say it. If you're done being the guy who misses obvious signals, type clear below. I want to know who's finally paying attention. 4. Their eyes drop to your mouth mid-greeting. She's saying hi, you're saying hi, and for a split second, so fast you could miss it, her gaze drops. Not to the floor, to your mouth. Then it comes back up. Most guys don't register this because they're focused on her eyes, waiting for contact, trying to read interest there. But the mouth glance is where the real signal lives. When someone is thinking about kissing you, their eyes rehearse it. They flick to the place where that kiss would land. This isn't a decision. It's not strategic. It's the visual system betraying an internal fantasy. Her mind wandered to your lips, and her eyes followed without permission. If you catch this during a greeting, that quick dip and return, you're not watching small talk. You're watching her imagination leak through. She's already pictured something physical happening between you. The glance is just the evidence. Don't stare at her waiting for it to happen again. That makes it weird. But do let yourself notice, because once you see it, you can't unsee what it means. 5. They touch their own neck or collarbone while saying hi. Watch where her hand goes in the first few seconds after she sees you. If it drifts to her throat, her collarbone, or the side of her neck while she's greeting you, something specific is happening. She's not adjusting jewelry, She's not scratching an itch. She's unconsciously drawing attention to vulnerable, intimate areas of her body. The neck is one of the most sensitive and exposed parts of human anatomy. Touching it in someone's presence is a subconscious signal of openness and arousal. It's the body saying, "I'm exposed here, and I'm comfortable letting you see that." Often she won't even realize she's done it. You'll notice her fingers brush her throat or rest briefly on her collarbone, and she'll keep talking like nothing happened. But the gesture tells you her body has already registered you as someone it's willing to be vulnerable around. This isn't a sign she likes you. It's a sign her body trusts you enough to show you the places it usually protects. That distinction matters, and it usually happens before she's consciously decided anything at all. 6. The hello comes with a full body turn, not just their head. Someone calls your name from across the room. Most people turn their head. Maybe their shoulders follow if they're being polite, but the feet stay planted, the hips stay neutral. The body conserves energy because this is a low-stakes acknowledgement. Now notice what happens when she does it. When you arrive and she turns to greet you, and her entire body rotates. Feet pivot, hips square, torso opens toward you. She's not just looking at you, she's orienting herself to you. This is the body saying, "You are now the most important thing in my environment, and I'm going to position myself accordingly." Full body orientation is an investment. It requires more effort than a casual head turn. The fact that she made that investment instinctively, automatically, before thinking about it, that's how you know the greeting wasn't polite acknowledgement. It was prioritization. Her body decided you were worth the full rotation before her mind weighed in. Trust what the body did. It knew before she did. 7. They greet you from across the room but walk toward you while still talking. She sees you. She says hi. But she doesn't stay where she is and wait for you to come to her. She starts moving toward you while still talking. The greeting becomes motion, and the motion closes distance. Here's why this matters. Social norms dictate that if you greet someone from a distance, you either stay put or you wait for them to approach. Walking toward someone while talking is a violation of neutral space. It's assertive. It communicates, "I don't want air between us. I want to be near you, and I want to be there now." Most guys read this as friendliness. It's not friendliness. It's pursuit dressed as a hello. She's using the greeting as an excuse to get physically closer without making it obvious. The talking is just cover. The real message is in her feet, in the distance shrinking between you, in the fact that she couldn't just wait for the room to sort itself out. She needed to close the gap herself. That need is the tell. Let her finish approaching, then see where she decides to stop, because how close she lands will tell you everything her words didn't. 8. Their hand finds a reason to land somewhere it could have avoided. She greets you, and there's a touch. Maybe her hand lands on your shoulder. Maybe it brushes your arm as she passes. Maybe she guides you somewhere with a palm on your back. None of these are necessary. All of them are chosen. This is the body creating permission slips for contact. She wants to touch you but can't say that out loud, so she finds context, a reason, an excuse. "Oh, I was just steadying myself. Oh, I was just getting your attention. Oh, I was just guiding you toward the table." But the hand didn't have to land there. The hand could have stayed at her side. It could have gestured in the air. It chose contact. And that choice is rarely accidental. When someone's hand finds reasons to land on you, especially in a greeting, when contact isn't expected or required, the body is testing. Can I touch this person? How does it feel? Does he react? She's gathering information through her fingertips. The greeting is just the frame. The touch is the real conversation. 9. They stand just inside your personal space, not outside it. There's an invisible boundary around every person, about 18 inches. This is the social threshold, close enough to converse comfortably, far enough to maintain autonomy. Most people stop right at that edge. She doesn't. When someone positions themselves slightly inside your personal bubble during a greeting, they're communicating something specific. I don't want the normal distance. I want less. Not dramatically less. Just enough that you feel it. Just enough that the air between you feels thicker than it should. You'll notice this as a subtle warmth, a sense that she's standing closer than the situation demands. Most guys adjust automatically. They step back to restore the neutral distance. Don't. Hold your ground. Because her proximity isn't a mistake. It's a test. She wants to know if you're comfortable with her that close. She wants to see if you'll create separation or let it stay. How you respond tells her everything she needs to know about whether that distance might shrink even further later. 10. The greeting includes a deep inhale like they're breathing you in. She says hello, and then there's a breath, a real one. Slow, deep, almost deliberate. like she's drawing in the air around you, not just air in general. Most guys don't notice this because it's quiet, it's subtle, but when you see it, it's unmistakable. Here's what's happening beneath the surface. Scent plays a massive role in physical attraction, most of it processed below conscious awareness. When someone is drawn to you on a biological level, their body wants more sensory information. It wants your smell, not in a weird way, in an ancient, hardwired, involuntary way. That deep inhale during the greeting is her system trying to take you in through every available channel. She's not smelling your cologne. She's smelling you, the baseline chemistry, the data her nose can gather that her eyes and ears can't. If you notice that breath, slow, full, timed to your proximity, recognize it for what it is. Her body is sampling you, deciding if the attraction it already feels is confirmed by the information it's collecting. And if she's still standing close after that inhale, the answer was yes. 11. They say hello while their weight shifts toward you. This one is subtle, but once you see it, you'll notice it everywhere. She greets you, and as the words leave her mouth, her body weight redistributes. She leans. Not dramatically, not a full tilt, but a shift. Her center of gravity moves in your direction like something is pulling her forward without her consent. Most people stand neutrally when they greet someone. Weight balanced, posture stable, energy conserved. But when attraction is present, the body betrays a kind of gravitational pull. It wants to be closer even when the feet stay planted. So the weight moves instead. You'll see it in her shoulders angling toward you, her torso inclining slightly, her balance favoring the foot that's nearest to where you're standing. She's not falling. She's leaning into your orbit. The body is saying what the mouth can't. I want less distance between us, and I'm already starting to close it. If her weight shifts towards you during the hello, she's not just greeting you. She's being drawn to you, and that pull is physical before it's ever verbal. 12. Their fingers fidget with clothing near their chest or waist. Watch her hands in the first moments after she sees you. Not where they go to touch you, where they go to touch herself. If her fingers find buttons near her chest, adjust a hem at her waist, or fidget with fabric anywhere along her torso, pay attention. That's not restlessness. That's the body directing focus toward its own center. Here's the psychology most guys miss. When someone is physically attracted to you, their nervous system activates in specific ways. One of those ways is unconscious self-touch, particularly around areas associated with intimacy and vulnerability. The chest, the stomach, the waistline. These fidgets aren't meaningless. They're the body highlighting itself, drawing your eye, even without meaning to, toward the parts of her she's subconsciously thinking about. She's not fixing her shirt. She's not uncomfortable in her clothes. She's experiencing a physical response to your presence, and her hands are translating it into motion. When the fidgeting clusters around her torso during a greeting, it's because her body is already aware of itself in relation to yours. That awareness is the first stage of something much more deliberate. 13. The hug ends, but their hand trails off slowly. The hug happens. You both pull back, but her hand doesn't leave your body cleanly. It lingers. It trails. Fingers drag across your shoulder or slide down your arm as the embrace breaks. The contact extends past its natural endpoint like she's reluctant to fully let go. This is one of the clearest physical signals most men completely miss. A standard hug has a clean release. Bodies separate, hands withdraw, everyone returns to their own space. But when her hand trails, when it takes the long way back to her side, she's stretching the contact as far as she can without making it obvious. The trailing hand says, I wasn't ready for that to end. It's the physical equivalent of someone lingering in a doorway after saying goodbye, hoping you'll give them a reason to stay. She's holding on to the sensation of touching you for as many extra milliseconds as she can justify. If you notice that trail, that slow drag of fingertips across fabric, recognize it as reluctance to break the circuit. Her body wanted to stay connected. The trail is how it bargained for more time. 14. They greet you with their chin tilted slightly upward. Her face lifts when she sees you. Not a lot, just a few degrees. Chin rises, throat subtly exposes, eyes angle up to meet yours even if you're the same height. It's a posture that most people never consciously register, but always feel. The upward chin tilt is an ancient signal. It exposes the neck. It communicates openness, receptivity, and a specific kind of trust. When a woman tilts her chin up during a greeting, she's unconsciously presenting herself. Not submissively, don't misread this, but invitingly. The posture says, I'm not guarded with you. I'm open. The throat is one of the most vulnerable parts of the body, and exposing it is never accidental. You'll notice this tilt paired with softer eyes, a slightly parted mouth, an overall quality of receptiveness that wasn't there before you arrived. She's not looking up at you because you're tall. She's looking up at you because her body has shifted into a posture of availability. The chin tells you she's already decided you're safe to let in. What you do next determines how far that door opens. 15. Their voice drops into a register they don't use with anyone else. Listen to how she sounds when she greets other people. Her coworker, the bartender, a friend who walks in behind you. Then listen to how she sounds when she greets you. If there's a difference, if her voice drops lower, gets softer, takes on a texture it didn't have 30 seconds ago, that shift is speaking louder than anything she actually says. The voice is one of the body's most honest instruments. It's hard to fake and harder to control, especially in the first seconds of seeing someone. When attraction is present, vocal cords relax, pitch drops. The voice becomes more intimate almost automatically. She's not doing this on purpose. She's not thinking, I should sound sexier right now. Her body is doing it for her, adjusting her instrument to match the frequency of what she's feeling. That lower, softer register is reserved. It doesn't come out for everyone. So when you hear it, when her hello sounds different from every other hello she's given that night, recognize that you're hearing something private, a version of her voice she only uses with people her body has already selected. You just made the list. The fact you're watching this part already puts you in a different category from most men. Lock that in with a like. Then subscribe and hit the bell so you keep getting the kind of stuff they'll never stick around for. 16. They position themselves so your bodies could accidentally touch. She greets you and then she settles into a position nearby. But notice exactly where she lands. Not across the table, not on the opposite end of the couch. She's chosen a spot where accidental contact is possible, where your knee might brush hers, where reaching for the same thing would mean your hands touch, where shifting your weight could bring your shoulders together. This is strategic positioning disguised as coincidence. She's not sitting close to you because there's nowhere else to sit. She's engineering proximity, creating conditions where physical contact can happen without anyone having to explicitly initiate it. The genius of this move is the plausible deniability. If your legs touch, well, it was an accident. If your arms brush, the space was tight. But she chose that space. She manufactured the tight conditions. She wanted the possibility of contact without the vulnerability of asking for it. When she positions herself inside the range of accidental touch, she's setting the stage. Whether the scene plays out depends entirely on whether you stay where you are or create distance. Stay. 17. The hello includes a scan that moves down before coming back up. She sees you. She says hi. But between the moment her eyes find yours and the moment the greeting completes, something happens. Her gaze travels. Down. Then back up. A quick vertical scan that takes in your body before returning to your face. Most guys either miss this entirely or notice it and feel self-conscious. Don't. This scan is one of the most honest things her body will ever do. She's looking at you. Not your face. You. The whole physical package. And she's doing it in the greeting because she can't help it. The scan is unconscious. It's fast. It's the eyes trying to gather information that the face alone can't provide. How do you carry yourself? What's your build? How do your clothes fit? The answers to these questions aren't conversational. They're visual. They're physical. And the fact that she needed those answers before the hello was even finished tells you exactly where her mind is. She's not assessing you as a person. She's assessing you as a body. And when that assessment happens in the first 3 seconds, friendship isn't on the menu. 18. They greet you while exposing their wrist or inner arm. This one requires attention to posture and positioning. When she says hello, notice her arms. Are they crossed, guarded, or is there an openness? A wrist turned upward, an inner arm exposed, her forearm presented toward you rather than shielded against her body. The inner wrist and forearm are soft, unprotected, full of nerve endings and visible veins. Exposing them is a vulnerability display. It's the body saying, I'm not defending myself against you. When a woman greets you with open arms, literally with the soft sides of her arms facing toward you rather than away, she's broadcasting availability, receptivity, a willingness to be seen in unguarded positions. You'll often see this combined with other signals: the chin tilt, the weight shift, the softer voice. Together, they form a cluster of openness that goes far beyond polite friendliness. If her wrists are exposed during the greeting, she's already past the stage of deciding whether she feels safe with you. She's moved into the stage of showing you that she does. The exposed wrist is an invitation disguised as a posture. Read it correctly. 19. Their smile arrives before their words do. and stays after. She spots you across the room. Her face changes before she's even opened her mouth. The smile comes first, then the greeting, then the conversation. But notice what happens when the words end. The smile doesn't leave. A social smile is transactional. It shows up when expected and disappears when the moment passes. But when someone is physically attracted to you, the smile behaves differently. It arrives early, triggered by the sight of you, not by social obligation, and it lingers past the point where a normal smile would fade. Her face stays lit even during pauses, even during moments that aren't funny or warm. The smile has become residual. It's stuck there because seeing you created a reaction her face doesn't want to let go of. That persistence is the tell. Anyone can smile when they say hello, but the smile that arrives before the words and stays after them is not performance. It's leakage. Her face is revealing what her body feels, and it can't turn off fast enough to hide it. When the smile outlasts the greeting, it's because the feeling that caused it is still running underneath. 20. The way they say goodbye tells you everything their hello couldn't. You've spent time together. The interaction is winding down. Now comes the goodbye, and this is where most men stop paying attention. They think the signals were all at the beginning, but the goodbye is often where the body finally says what it was holding back. Watch for the goodbye that doesn't want to end, the hug that tightens instead of releasing, the eye contact that holds a beat too long, the words that trail off because she's hoping you'll extend the moment, the physical contact that escalates slightly from where it started, a touch on the arm becoming a hand on your chest, a brief hug becoming a lingering press. The goodbye is the last chance for her body to communicate before the opportunity closes, so it often overplays its hand. It signals harder, holds longer, takes risks the hello was too careful to take. If her goodbye contains more contact, more proximity, more heat than her hello did, that's not coincidence. That's escalation. She's telling you the interaction moved something inside her, and she's leaving you with the clearest possible signal that she doesn't want it to stop here. The hello opens the door. The goodbye tells you whether she wanted you to walk through it. Pay attention to how she leaves. That's where the truth lives. Recognizing these signals doesn't mean acting on everyone. It simply means understanding when physical attraction has already announced itself, quietly, through the body, and deciding whether to move toward it or let the moment pass. Because greetings rarely stay neutral forever. They either warm up or they cool down. And that shift usually determines what happens next. Once you start noticing how someone says hello, the next thing you'll notice is how they hold on, specifically how they hug you. Because the way a woman embraces you tells you exactly where you stand, whether you're someone she sees romantically or someone she's already filed under just friends. The difference is physical. It's obvious once you know what to look for, and the next video breaks down exactly how to spot it, so you never have to wonder which category you're in again.